Hello, everyone. Edward is just putting Penny to bed, so he will be down shortly. Who have we got here? Keith and Catherine are here. Hello. Yes, Catherine, we're here. Just waiting for Edward to put Penny to bed. Someone's sending me a message. Oh, thanks. Hello. It's been a long week. Hello, Leanne and Terry. Hope we're well. Yes, I have had a good day. Got a workout in this morning. Then Edward finished his painting job. Took the girls out for a walk. James and Ailey stopped round for a visit with some gifts for the girls. Socially distancing, of course. And then Kirsty and the kids dropped off some cookies for us. Again, socially distancing. So all in all, a good day. However, I am very, very fed up having to be at home all the time. Bit bored now. Penny's sleeping has been quite difficult the last, well, I say few days. It's been like the last 2 weeks. So we'll see how she goes today. She has a Google Home in her bedroom for listening to music from our Spotify accounts, and we told her that will come out of her room if she doesn't go to bed when she's supposed to. And last night it did the job, so we'll see if it does the same tonight. I can't tell which camera this is. Yeah, it's coming from that one, not the other one. Right, well, I might as well just unplugging that then, eh? Okay, so who else is here? Oh, I don't know if the link got sent to Thomas so he can watch his quiz. I'll do that just now. I went live, so everybody's waiting for you. You can make a proper appearance.
Oh.
Are you needing your laptop for the quiz questions?
I can use my phone if you want to use it.
No, it's fine. I'll just sit here next to you so I can still. I'll sit with my back to you then.
No, you can use the computer. I'll use the phone.
I'm just going to email. I forgot to send Thomas the link. It's down here. I got you all set up over here because I'm that good.
Thank you.
Right, it says there's 7 people watching, but I don't know who the 7 people are. Well, that's a lie. Your mum, your dad, and Leanne and Terry. But there are other people who have not made themselves known. Oh, that must be people messaging me. Who has messaged me? Katie and Tom are here. Oh, somebody's left. They've decided, nah, this quiz is not for me. Boring. Edward's getting some beer. Oh, Kirsty's arrived. Spot on. Ailey and James are here. I think we're almost ready to start. Edward, if you'd rather use your computer, I can just sit with my phone. It doesn't matter.
Never mind.
I'll just sit with my phone because it's not like I need to see the stream. I just need to see the comments. You might want to adjust the lighting as well. I think I look glorious, but very nicely lit up on this side. Ooh. Right, I will move out of the way for ye.
Was that James nearly dropping gifts off trying to get
Hello.
get ahead of the quiz tonight? Because if so, that's not fair. It should be automatically disqualified.
No, James and Ailey were not cheating, Katie. There's your
So all the questions have been done by my brother, Thomas. So we have 5 rounds and a bonus general knowledge set of questions of 5, I think. 5 general knowledge questions, yeah. So they're quite different questions from normal. So I'll need to explain a couple of them, but they're pretty cool. So the first round is, he's called it stand-up albums. And the description is, you get the title of a stand-up comedian's album, tour, or DVD name, and you have to name the stand-up comedian that did the tour or the name of that DVD or album. Round 2 is characters shows. You get a list of character names from a TV show, and you have to name that show from the characters' names given. Round 3 is penny plot synopsis. You get a plot synopsis for a TV series or a movie, but the character names have all been replaced. You have to work out the name of the TV series or movie. You'll understand as like when they start coming along. Then we've got console release years. So that's a multiple choice one. Multiple choice, what year did these video game consoles come out in Europe? We've got a round called Find the Real One. You get 3 names of a book, a comic book, or a video game, but 2 of them are fake. You have to find the real one. And then it's the 5 question general knowledge. So we'll just get going.
Yeah, I think everyone who's coming is here.
I've got rosy cheeks tonight, apparently. Whoa. Nearly spilt my beer. Okay, let's just get going with the first round then. Get your pencil and paper ready, /pen. So this round is called stand-up albums. So you get the title of an album or a tour, like the name of a tour or a DVD or whatever from a comedian. You have to name the comedian. So question 1 is blank's Google Whack adventure. Blank's Google Whack adventure. Question 2, unwanted thoughts syndrome. Unwanted thoughts syndrome. Question 3, if you prefer a milder comedian, please ask for one. If you prefer a milder comedian, please ask for one. Question 4. The big yin. The big yin. Question 5. The wilderness. Bewilderness. Question 6. The tour that doesn't tour, now on tour. The tour that doesn't tour, now on tour. Number 7, Hitler mustache. Number 7 is Hitler mustache. Number 8, physiologic. Physiologic. Number 9, dress to kill. Number 9 is dress to kill. And number 10 is the leather special. The leather special. That's round 1 done. Any repeats on anything at all? If not, we'll start with round 2. Okay, round 2. So round 2 is called characters shows. You get a list of character names from a TV show. You have to name that show from the character names. So question 1, Hank Schrader, Gus Fring, Jesse Pinkman, and Walter White. What's the show that these characters are from? That's Hank Schrader, Gus Fring, Jesse Pinkman, and Walter White. Question 2, Radical Edward, Faye Valentine, Jet Black, and Spike Spiegel. That's Radical Edward, Faye Valentine, Jet Black, and Spike Spiegel. Number 3, Craig Pelton, Ben Chang, Troy Barnes, and Jeff Winger. Craig Pelton, Ben Chang, Troy Barnes, Jeff Winger. Number 4, Wendy Testaberger, Butters Stotch, Kyle Broflovsky, and Eric Cartman. Wendy Testaberger, Butters Stotch, Kyle Broflovsky, and Eric Cartman. Number 5, Spike, Cordelia Chase, Xander Harris, Buffy Summers. Spike, Cordelia Chase, Xander Harris, Buffy Summers. Number 6, Frank Reynolds, Sweet D, Charlie Kelly, Ronald Mac McDonald. Frank Reynolds, Sweet D, Charlie Kelly, Ronald Mac McDonald. Number 7, Nancy Wheeler, Joyce Byers, Jim Hopper, and Eleven. Nancy Wheeler, Joyce Byers, Jim Hopper, 11. Number 8, Simon Tam, Inara Sarah, Kewinnet Lee Fry, Malcolm Reynolds. Alive. That was Simon Tam, Inara Sarah, Kewinnet Lee Fry, and Malcolm Reynolds. Number 9, Lester Freeman, D'Angelo Barksdale, Jimmy McNulty, and Omar Little. Lester Freeman, D'Angelo Barksdale, Jimmy McNulty, and Omar Little. And number 10, Philip Frond, Jimmy Pesto, Teddy, and Bob Belcher. Philip Frond, Jimmy Pesto, Teddy, Bob Belcher. Hi, Mark. Mark's here now. Okay, that was round 10. That was round 2. Round 10, my life. This next one is wordy. So,
if anyone needs anything repeated.
Does anyone need repeats of any of round 2? I'm not repeating all of them, Mark. You can forget it. There's like a million names. Okay, no one seems to. So round 3. This one's called Penny Plot Synopsis. So you get the plot synopsis for a TV series or a movie, but the character names have all been replaced. Work out the name of the TV series or movie. So, question 1. When the newly crowned Queen Penny accidentally uses her power to turn things into ice to curse her home in infinite winter, her sister Avery teams up with a mountain man, his playful reindeer, and a snowman to change the weather condition. So that was question 1. When the newly crowned Penny accidentally uses her power to turn things into ice to curse her home in infinite winter, her sister Avery teams up with a mountain man, his playful reindeer, and a snowman to change the weather condition. The hint there is that's a movie. He's put hints for movies or TV shows and stuff. So that's a movie. Question 2. Edward Phillips uses his business degree and life experiences to help real small businesses turn a profit, but because of his unorthodox approach, Edward's genuine efforts to do good often draw real people into an experience far beyond what they signed up for. This is a reality TV show. So Edward Phillips uses his business degree and life experiences to help real small businesses turn a profit. But because of his unorthodox approach, Edward's genuine efforts to do good often draw real people into an experience far beyond what they signed up for. Question 3. Penny Phillips, a 17-year-old high school student, is accidentally sent 30 years into the past in a time-traveling Ford car invented by his close friend, the eccentric scientist Doc Fiona. This one's a movie. So Penny Phillips, a 17-year-old high school student, is accidentally sent 30 years into the past in a time-traveling Ford car invented by his close friend, the eccentric scientist Doc Fiona. Question 4. 2 FBI agents, Edward Phillips, the believer, and Penny Phillips, the skeptic, investigate the strange and unexplained oh my goodness. 2 FBI agents, Edward Phillips, the believer, and Penny Phillips, the skeptic, investigate the strange and unexplained, while hidden forces work to impede their efforts. There's a TV show. So 2 FBI agents, Edward Phillips, the believer, and Penny Phillips, the skeptic, investigate the strange and unexplained, while hidden forces work to impede their efforts. Play along then, Mark. Play along from here. See what you get. You've only missed 2 rounds. Question 5. Teen Penny Phillips becomes Teen Penny Phillips becomes Spider-Man of his reality, crossing his path with 5 counterparts from other dimensions to stop a threat for all realities. This is a movie. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Thomas. Yeah, I'll try and send Mark the questions from the first two rounds so we can catch up during the break. I will do that. I'm going to sneeze.
Don't do it.
Oh, man alive. Okay, question 5 again. Teen Penny Phillips becomes Spider-Man of his reality, crossing his path with 5 counterparts from other dimensions to stop a threat for all realities. That hint is a movie. Question 6. By day, mild-mannered Penny is a blood spatter analyst for the Miami police, but at night she is a serial killer who only targets other murderers.
I really don't like the idea that that's Penny.
This is a TV show. So question 6 again. By day, mild-mannered Penny is a blood spatter analyst for the Miami police, but at night she is a serial killer who only targets other murderers. It's a TV show. Question 8. When an old enemy, the Averys, resurface and obliterate the 12 colonies, the crew of the aged starship Penny protect a small civilian fleet, the last of humanity, as they journey toward the fabled 13th colony, Earth. This is a TV show. No?
Is that number 8?
Oh, I have missed one. My apologies. Forget that. Question 7. My bad. Question 7. A cyborg, identical to the one who failed to kill Penny Phillips, must now protect her teenage son, Edward Phillips, from a more advanced and powerful cyborg. This is a movie. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is question 7. A cyborg, identical to the one who failed to kill Penny Phillips, must now protect her teenage son, Edward Phillips, from a more advanced and powerful cyborg. This is a movie. Now it's question 8. When an old enemy, the Averys, resurface and obliterate the 12 colonies, the crew of the aged starship Penny protect a small civilian fleet, the last of humanity, as they journey toward the fabled 13th colony, Earth. It's a TV show. That was quite hard, it seems. I don't have the answers on this one either. I've got the answers on the other one. So, question 8 again. When an old enemy, the Averys, resurface and obliterate the 12 colonies, the crew of the aged starship Penny protect a small civilian fleet, the last of humanity, as they journey toward the fabled 13th colony, Earth. Question 9. Edward Phillips joins forces with a Jedi Knight, a cocky pilot, a Wookiee, and 2 droids to save the galaxy from the Empire's world-destroying battle station, while also attempting to rescue Princess Penny from the mysterious Darth Fiona. Thomas has put, this is a movie, and in brackets, like anyone will need a hint for this one.
Say it again.
Oh, Fiona does.
No, I didn't. I was fixing my answer for number 8.
Question 9. Edward Phillips joins forces with a Jedi Knight, a cocky pilot, a Wookiee, and 2 droids to save the galaxy from the Empire's world-destroying battle station, while also attempting to rescue Princess Penny from the mysterious Darth Fiona. You have to know your things for this one. And last one, question 10. A drama that follows the lives of the... I don't know if he's supposed to have put this, but okay. A drama that follows the lives of the Dillon Panthers, one of the nation's best high school football teams, and their head coach, Avery Phillips. This is a TV show. So, number 10 again is a drama that follows the lives of the Dillon Panthers, one of the nation's best high school football teams, and their head coach, Avery Phillips. It's a TV show. That was round 3, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So we shall go over the answers.
Yeah. Give people a chance to ask if they want anything repeated. You can't go over the answers because you need to send Mark the sheets. You have to go over the answers after the break.
Oh yeah, dang. Okay. I'll send Mark the questions. We'll go for a 5-minute break. Oh, what am I doing? Making the right balls up of this. I'll send Mark the questions. We'll have a little break for like 5 minutes. Then we'll go over the answers. Yeah.
I'm going to make myself a gin. Is there ice?
No. This is entertaining, isn't it? Watching me send stuff to somebody.
Maybe I won't have a gin then.
Okay. So yeah, you can go get drinks and whatnot, even though we've only been on for half an hour anyway. So, and I will go over the answers about 25 to, so 7 minutes away. That's a long time.
Nice and easy for people to forget.
Have people had good days? How are you finding the questions on these compared to last week's ones? Some of them are quite hard, I think, for today's ones. But there's clues in some of them. So we've got 2 rounds to go, and then a little 5-question general knowledge round at the end. Dad went for a 7.5-mile walk along the beach and back through the Fairy Glen. And Mum had a nice day too. I painted our hallway up the stairs, which was quite fun. bit scary because I had to go on the ladder like way up to the roof, and it was scary. Made me sweaty palms. I've lost the questions. No, I haven't found them. Had a really scary experience whilst I was painting, whilst I was up the bloody ladder as well. So I was up the ladder, looking down on the stairs, crapping myself. And Penny and Avery were playing in Penny's bedroom, which was just beside where I was, really. And I didn't want them roaming around near the ladder and stuff. So Penny came out, opened the door, and I said, "Oh, could you just shut the door while I'm doing this? I won't be long. I'll just be like 5 minutes. Just wait in your room for a bit." And she looked panicked. And I was like, "What's wrong? Can you just go back into your room just for a minute?" And she goes, Penny, Avery has climbed up onto the windowsill." I was like, "All right, okay. Well, try and get her down then." "Well, the windows are really wide open." And I was like, "What? Are you kidding?" She's like, No. So I like quickly came down the ladder, ran into the room, and I look in her room, and the windows are like horizontal open, like as open as they can possibly be. And Avery is just standing in the middle of those two open windows, just like jigging away with nothing, not holding on to anything, just jigging away to music that's playing on. Mental. I don't know how Penny opened the windows that wide. And I think that's the first time Avery's ever been on the windowsill as well. The only time the windows have been open as wide as they possibly could be. She could have easily fallen out and not been here. It was well scary. OMG is right, Leanne. That's what I said. Kinda.
She's texted me, bloody hell, that's scary.
It was extremely terrifying. I just ran in and grabbed her straight off the thing, closed the windows and said, "Don't open your windows anymore." Thank God she came through and told me, though.
Yeah, it was like she recognised that was something that was scary.
Yeah, she knew the severity of what was going on. But she was just like, Avery was just like standing, like, like in the middle of the window, not holding on to anything, nothing. She's got her back to the window, dancing about. It's like, oh my goodness. People across the road must have been crapping themselves if they saw that. Like, oh my God.
Surprised there wasn't somebody who'd come into our garden and was like, "Let's at the bottom to go."
Yeah. Like those firemen with the big trampoline things.
Here, we'll take out this duvet cover.
Mark, you've got 2 minutes to answer. Let me know if you've finished those, Mark, and then I can get on with these answers. You've got 2 minutes to answer them. Don't be cheating and answering and putting in the answers as I'm reading them either.
Your mum says talk about something nicer now.
Talk about something nicer.
I'm absolutely smoking my mum in this Fitbit step challenge.
Fiona's beating her mum with walking. She's just been strapping it to Avery, though, so it doesn't really count. Avery runs about the whole place.
That's not true.
Wait, Mark's ready. Okay, let's go through the answers. Okay, here's the answers for round 1, the stand-up albums. So question 1, Blank's Google Whack Adventure. It was Dave Gorman. It's Dave Gorman's Google Whack Adventure. Question 2, Unwanted Thoughts Syndrome is Maria Bamford. Maria Bamford. Question 3, if you prefer a milder comedian, please ask for one, was Stuart Lee.
Put in for number 2.
So the answer for question 3 was Stuart Lee. Question 4, the big yin, is Billy Connolly. The big yin, Billy Connolly. Question 5, Bewilderness was Bill Bailey. So question 5 was Bill Bailey. The tour that doesn't tour, now on tour, was Peter Kay. And in brackets, Thomas has put, see, I hate him, but he's famous, so it must be easy, right? Peter Kay. It's not Big Beige Jobby, it's Wee Beige Jobby. A Wee Beige Jobby. So number 6 was Peter Kay. Number 7, Hitler Moustache, is Richard Herring. Question 7 was Richard Herring. Question 8, Fizzy Logic, is Ross Noble. Ross Noble for question 8. Question 9, Dressed to Kill, is Eddie Izzard. Eddie Izzard for question 9. And question 10, The Leather Special, is Amy Schumer. So question 10 was Amy Schumer. Oh yeah, what scores did you get on those? Fiona, 5 out of 10.
Tom's asking for answers to 3 and 4 again.
I haven't given them yet.
3 and 4.
Oh, the answers for, okay. 3 and 4. So 3 was Stuart Lee and 4 was Billy Connolly. I thought you meant rounds 3 and 4. I was like, I ain't done it yet. Oh no, Kirsty got 0.
3 for James and Ailey.
Fiona's 5 out of 10. Mark got 3.
2 for Katie and Tom.
Leanne, 5 out of 10. Mum and Dad, 4 out of 10. Okay, round 2. Here's the answers for round 2. This is the characters shows. So, who were the characters? Who was the show? You know what I mean.
Name
What's
the
this?
show from the characters.
Yeah, name the show from these people that are in it. The characters' names, not the actors. Hank Schrader, Gus Fring, Jesse Pinkman, Walter White. That was Breaking Bad. So question 1 was Breaking Bad. Question 2. I think for question 2, you can have 10 points if you got this right. Anyone who got this right can have instant 10 points. Because I told him this one was hard as hell, but he wouldn't take it out because he's stubborn. So question 2 was Radical Edward, Faye Valentine, Jet Black, and Spike Spiegel. That was Cowboy Bebop.
Put spaced.
You're okay. Thomas says he put this one in to see if anyone will get it. I can almost guarantee that's a 0 all round. So if anyone got that, you get an instant 10 points. That's Cowboy Bebop. Question 3. Craig Pelton, Ben Chang, Troy Barnes, and Jeff Winger. That was Community.
I put Walking Dead.
It's worth a shot. That was, so question 3 was Community. As if you got that, Mum. Mum says, we got it. Because you're big Cowboy Bebop fans, aren't you? Watching your manga all the time. Is it manga?
No.
What it's called? I can't remember.
Anime,
that's the word. What's manga then? Why have I got manga from something? That's another thing that you watch, Thomas. Or read. Okay, so, sorry. Question 4. Wendy Testaberger, Butterscotch, Kyle Brovlovsky, and Eric Cartman. That was South Park. So question 4 was South Park. Question 5. Spike, Cordelia Chase, Xander Harris, Buffy Summers. That's Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Oh, manga is the comic books. Anime is the animated stuff. That's where I got it from. So number 5 was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Number 6, Frank Reynolds, Sweet D, Charlie Kelly, Ronald Mac McDonald. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So question 6 was It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Number 7, Nancy Wheeler, Joyce Byers, Jim Hopper, and 11 was Stranger Things. Number 7 is Stranger Things. Number 8, Simon Tam, Inara Serra, K. Winnett Lee, Fry, and Malcolm Reynolds was Firefly. Number 9, Lester Freeman, D'Angelo Barksdale, Jimmy McNulty, and Omar Little. That was The Wire.
Trailer Park Boys.
Same sort of thing, isn't it? Trailer Park Boys. So number 9 was The Wire. Number 10, Philip Frond, Jimmy Pesto, Teddy, and Bob Belcher was Bob's Burgers. So number 10 was Bob's Burgers. Oh my God, I've got to read all these again. So what'd you get? What were your answers for round 2?
4 for Katie and Tom.
Out of 20. Technically. 4 out of 10 for Mum and Dad. 8 out of 10 for Mark. Well done. 3 for Kirsty. 3 for Leanne and Terry.
James and Ailey.
5 for Fiona. 5 for James and Ailey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's the answers for round 3. Oh, do I have to read these all out again? Can I just read the answers out? Can't be arsed. Oh, okay, I'll read them out. I won't be lazy. Right, okay, question 1. When the newly crowned Queen Penny accidentally uses her power to turn things into ice to curse her home in an infinite winter, her sister Avery teams up with a mountain man, his playful reindeer, and a snowman to change the weather condition. That was Frozen. So question 1, the answer was Frozen. Question 2. Edward Phillips uses his business degree and life experiences to help real small businesses turn a profit, but because of his unorthodox approach, Edward's genuine efforts to do good often draw real people into an experience far beyond what they signed up for. Whew. The answer was Nathan for You.
I put The Apprentice.
That sort of could be The Apprentice, I guess. Kind of. So number 2 was Nathan for You. Number 3, Penny Phillips, a 17-year-old high school student, is accidentally sent 30 years into the past in a time-traveling Ford car invented by his close friend, the eccentric scientist Doc Fiona. That was Back to the Future. So number 3 is Back to the Future. Number 4, 2 FBI agents, Edward Phillips, the believer, and Fiona, the skeptic, investigate the strange and unexplained, while hidden forces work to impede their efforts. That was the X-Files. So question 4, the answer was X-Files. Question 5. Teen Edward Phillips becomes Spider-Man of his reality, crossing his path with 5 counterparts from other dimensions to stop a threat for all realities. The answer was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So question 5 was, the answer was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Number 6. By day, mild-mannered Penny is a blood spatter analyst for the Miami police, but at night she is a serial killer who targets other murderers. The answer was Dexter. So number 6 was Dexter. Number 7. A cyborg identical to the one who failed to kill Penny Phillips must now protect her teenage son, Edward Phillips from a more advanced and powerful cyborg. The answer was Terminator 2. He's put Terminator 2 Judgment Day, but if you got Terminator or Terminator 2, I think that's fair enough. Do you think?
You're a quizmaster.
Don't think you have to be mega specific. I'd accept Terminator or Terminator 2 or Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Number 8. When an old enemy, the Averys, resurface and obliterate the 12 colonies, I keep saying Connolly's, the 12 Billy colonies, the crew of the aged starship Penny protect a small civilian fleet, the last of humanity, as they journey toward the fabled 13th Billy colony, Earth. The answer is Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, that's what changed.
So number 8 was Battlestar Galactica. Number 9, Edward Phillips joins forces with a Jedi Knight. ... Everyone pretty much knows. Star Wars, A New Hope.
Just put Return of the Jedi.
It's pretty specific because it goes on for a while. So I'd reckon Star Wars, A New Hope.
I just don't, I know the Star Wars films, but I just don't know what story's in what one.
Yeah. Number 10, a drama that follows the lives of the Dillon Panthers, one of the nation's best high school football teams, and their head coach, Avery Phillips. That was Friday Night Lights. You watched that last night?
Yes, I did.
How weird. So number 10 was Friday Night Lights. What were your scores on that round? Nine. Mark got 9. Wow, well done.
7 for Katie and Tom.
7 for Katie and Tom. These are good scores.
9 for
8 for Leanne and Terry.
9 for James and
4 for
Izzy.
Kirsty. 7 for Mum and Dad. Not bad. Okay, let's go. Round 4. This is console release years. These are multiple choice. So what year did these video game consoles come out in Europe? Okay, question 1. The Xbox One, was it A, 2010, B, 2013, or C, 2016? So when did the Xbox One get released in Europe? Was it A, 2010, B, 2013, or C, 2016? Number 2, the Atari 2600 or 2600. Atari 2600. Was it A, 1978, B, 1980, or C, 1984? The Atari 2600. Was it A, 1978, B, 1980, or C, 1984? Question 3. The Nintendo Switch. Was it A, 2016, B, 2017, or C, 2018? Ooh, they're close together. The Nintendo Switch. 2016, 2017, or 2018? Question 4. PlayStation 1. A, 1991, B, 1993, or C, 1995? So the PlayStation 1, was it 1991, 1993, or 1995? Number 5. Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Was it A, 1990, B, 1992, or C, 1995? The Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Was it 1990, 1992, or 1995? Number 6. PlayStation Vita. Was it A, 2002, B, 2008, or C, 2012? The PlayStation Vita, 2002, 2008, or 2012? Number 7. Atari Home Pong. Was it A, 1965, B, 1975, or C, 1985? The Atari Home Pong. 1965, 1975, or 1985? Number 8, the Nintendo GameCube. Was it out in 2002, 2004, or 2006? The Nintendo GameCube. 2002, 2004, or 2006? The Sega Saturn for question 9. The Sega Saturn, was it out in 1988, 1992, or 1995? The Sega Saturn, 1988, 1992, or 1995? And the last one, the Nintendo Virtual Boy. Was it A, 1996, B, 2006, or C, not released? So the Nintendo Virtual Boy. Was it 1996, 2006, or not released? Okay, on to round 5. This one's cool. This one's called Find the Real One. So you get 3 names of a book, a comic, or a video game, but two of them are fake. So you have to find the real answer within the 3 multiple choice answers. So question 1. Video game by LucasArts, first released for Windows PC in 1998, about a travel agent in the land of the dead trying to help his deceased clients reach the land of eternal rest. Is it A, Dark Ballet, B, Sad Tango, or C, Grim Fandango? So a video game by LucasArts, first released for Windows PC in 1998, about a travel agent in the land of the dead trying to help his deceased clients reach the land of eternal rest. Is it A, Dark Ballet, B, Sad Tango, or C, Grim Fandango? Number 2, comic book written by Brian K. Vaughan and illustrated by Pia Guerra, released from 2002 to 2008 about an apocalyptic Earth where a plague that only affects men has ravaged the planet. Is it A, X, the first man, B, Y, the last man, or C, Z, the only man? So a comic book written by Brian K. Vaughan and illustrated by Pia Guerra, released from 2002 to 2008 about an apocalyptic Earth where a plague that only affects men has ravaged the planet. Is it X, the first man, Y, the last man, or Z, the only man? Question 3. A book by John Schulze. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. A book by John Schulze, released in 2012, about a low-ranking crew member of a spaceship finding out his crewmates will do anything to not go on away missions with the captain in order to avoid an untimely death. Is it A, brown coats, B, blue suits, or C, red shirts? Scalzi. Okay, Thomas says you pronounce his name Scalzi. So a book by John Scalzi, released in 2012, about a low-ranking crew member of a spaceship finding out his crewmates will do anything to not go on away missions with the captain in order to avoid an untimely death. Is it brown coats, blue suits, or red shirts? Can you tell Thomas likes sci-fi stuff? Question 4. Comic book written by Garth Ennis and illustrated by Steve Dillon, released from 1995 to 2000, about a disheveled, drunken religious leader of a small town who accidentally receives the power of the word God and can command others to do his bidding. Is it A, vicar, B, priest, or C, preacher? So, a comic book written by Garth Ennis and illustrated by Steve Dillon, released from 1995 to 2000 about a disheveled, drunken religious leader of a small town who accidentally receives the power of the Word of God and can command others to do his bidding. Is it vicar, priest, or preacher? Number 5. Video game by ID released for PC in 1993 about a space marine forced to fight the legions of hell for survival and vengeance on the moons of Mars. Is it A, Boom, B, Doom, or C, Gloom? Video game by ID released for PC in 1993 about a space marine forced to fight the legions of hell for survival and vengeance on the moons of Mars. Is it Boom, Doom, or Gloom? Number 6. A book by Becky Chambers, released in 2018 about the lives and history of the citizens of the Exodan fleet, who left a dying Earth to search for a new home. Is it A, Record of a Spaceborne Few, B, Memoirs of Earth Station 2, or C, Archive of an Orbital Crew? A book by Becky Chambers, released in 2018 about the lives and history of the citizens of the Exodan fleet, who left a dying Earth to search for a new home. Is it Record of a Spaceborne Few, Memoirs of Earth Station 2, or Archive of an Orbital Crew? Number 7. A comic book written by John Allison and illustrated by Max Sarin, released between 2015 and 2019, about a group of friends that find each other while attending the University of Sheffield, originally spun off from the webcomic Scary Go Round. Is it A, Medium Mornings, B, Huge Afternoons, or C, Giant Days? Oh my god, what's happened? I've lost my place. Okay, I'm back. Question 7 again. Comic book written by John Allison and illustrated by Max Sarin, released between 2015 and 2019, about a group of friends that find each other while attending the University of Sheffield, originally spun off from the webcomic Scary Go Round. Is it Medium Mornings, Huge Afternoons, or Giant Days? Number 8. Video game by Nihon Falcom, first released for PlayStation Vita in 2016, following the lives of a class of high school children that get caught up in a civil war in the Erebonian Empire. Is it A, The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel, B, The Legend of Heroes, Tales of Warm Aluminium, I can't speak, B, The Legend of Heroes, Tales of Warm Aluminium, or C, The Legend of Heroes, Trials of Hot Iron? So question 8 again. Video game by Nihon Falcom, first released for PlayStation Vita in 2016, following the lives of a class of high school children that get caught up in a civil war in the Erebonian Empire. Is it The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel, The Legend of Heroes, Tales of Warm Aluminium, or The Legend of Heroes, Trials of Hot Iron? Number 9, a book by Philip Pullman, released in 2000, the third of his Dark Materials trilogy, about two children, Lyra and Will traveling to the land of the dead to keep a promise? Is it called the Golden Telescope, the Amber Spyglass, or the Auburn Mirror? So number 9, a book by Philip Pullman, released in 2000, the third of his Dark Materials trilogy about two children, Lyra and Will, traveling to the land of the dead to keep a promise. I think our internet's just gone down. Maybe not. Is it A, the Golden Telescope, B, the Amber Spyglass, or C, the Auburn Mirror? Sorry, I thought our internet just went down there. And question 10. A comic book written by Joe Hill and illustrated by Gabriel Rodriguez, released between 2008 and 2013 about a family forced to move back to their ancestral home in Lovecraft, Massachusetts, after a family tragedy where they find conspiracies and mysteries pointing back to their deceased father's childhood. Is it A, Fork and Spoon, B, Nut and Bolt, or C, Lock and Key? So number 10 again. A comic book written by Joe Hill and illustrated by Gabriel Rodriguez, released between 2008 and 2013 about a family forced to move back to their ancestral home in Lovecraft, Massachusetts, after a family tragedy where they find conspiracies and mysteries pointing back to their deceased father's childhood. Is it Fork and Spoon, Nut and Bolt, or Lock and Key? Man alive, these are wordy questions. It's hard to read them all. I don't know how people do it on like game shows on TV, like Mastermind Guy.
I feel like we've just done like University Challenge for Geeks.
If anyone doesn't want any repeats of anything, then we'll just do the final 5-question general knowledge round. Thomas is apologizing. Sorry. Okay, so general knowledge round. There's only 5 questions. So, question 1. Area of Tokyo, Japan, known for its vast array of gadget shops that has earned it the nickname Electric Town. Question 1 again. An area of Tokyo, Japan, known for its vast array of gadget shops that has earned it the nickname Electric Town. Question 2. A light source that works by passing electrons through a semiconductor which when recombined with electron holes in the material causes the emission of a photon. Sorry, these are like techiest questions in the world. Okay, sorry. Question 2 again. A light source that works by passing electrons through a semiconductor, which when recombined with electron holes in the material causes the emission of a photon.
I've just got a message from Leanne, which is WTF.
Question 3. An unfinished Russian space vehicle that was designed as the answer to the American space shuttle, launched by the massive Energia rocket. It only made a single unmanned test flight before the program was terminated due to the ending of the Cold War. Man alive. If anyone gets that, I'll be impressed.
Nothing about these is general knowledge. These are very specific knowledge.
Yeah.
Science. And geekery.
Well, this next one is general knowledge. Do I have to read that again? Has everyone got that? I'll do it again. An unfinished Russian space vehicle that was designed as the answer to the American space shuttle, launched by the massive Energia rocket. It only made a single unmanned test flight before the program was terminated due to the ending of the Cold War. Thomas is apologizing, saying good luck. Okay, question 4. Lead vocalist and writer for the bands Soundgarden and Audioslave, as well as the creator of 7 solo albums. It's quite refreshing having something that's not about a comic book or a video game or a lead vocalist and writer for the bands Soundgarden and Audioslave, as well as the creator of 7 solo albums. You did try, Thomas. They're good questions. They're niche, but yeah. Okay, question 5. The original name of the TV station, now known as Dave, it originally mostly just aired Only Fools and Horses on a giant loop. I don't know if this one's true, actually. Because the answer he's given, the channel is still going. So it must have splintered off of that channel. The original name of the TV station, now known as Dave, it originally mostly just aired Only Fools and Horses on a giant loop. Okay, that was the last one of general knowledge. Pardon me. Does anyone need repeats of anything before we go through the answers? Oh, I already did that one. Okay, let's just go through the answers. So was this round 4?
Yeah.
The console release years. Okay, so question 1, Xbox One, the answer was B, 2013. So question 1 was 2013. Question 2, Atari 2600. The answer was 1978. So 1978, sorry. So A, 1978 for question 2. Question 3, Nintendo Switch. That was B, 2017. B, 2017 for question 3. Question 4, PlayStation 1. Your answer was 1995. That was C, 1995. Question 5, Super Nintendo Entertainment System was B, 1992. B, 1992. Question 6, PlayStation Vita. That was C, 2012. So number 6 was C, 2012. Number 7, Atari Home Pong. That was B, 1975. 1975, B. Number 8, Nintendo GameCube. That was A, 2002. 2002 for number 8. Number 9, Sega Saturn. 1995. That was C, 1995. And number 10, Nintendo Virtual Boy. That was C, not released. So your answer for number 10 was C, not released.
8 out of 10 for James and Ailey.
Oh yeah, what are your scores? 8 out of 10, wow.
7 out of 10 for Katie and Tom.
7 out of 10 for Katie and Tom. 6 out of 10 for Fiona. 6 out of 10 for Leanne and Terry. Mark got 8. Jeez, oh. Mum and Dad got 6. Kirsty got 5, saying sheer guesswork. Okay. So round 5, I'm not going to read out the questions again. So the answer for question 1 of round 5 was C, Grim Fandango. Grim Fandango for question 1. Question 2, the answer was Y, The Last Man. That was B. Y, The Last Man. Question 3. The answer was C, red shirts. That was question 3, C, red shirts. Question 4. Answer was C, preacher. Preacher for question 4. Question 5. The answer was doom.
A, B, or C?
B, doom. Did you just write the letters? All right. B, doom for question 5. Question 6. The answer was A, record of a spaceborne few. So A, record of a spaceborne few. Question 7. The answer was C, giant days. C, giant days. Number 8. The answer was A, The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. So A, The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. Number 9, the answer was B, The Amber Spyglass. B, The Amber Spyglass. And number 10 was C, Lock and Key.
I guessed at least half of those.
So number 10 was C, Lock and Key.
I guess at least half of those. Got
What'd you
9
get?
out of 10.
9 out of 10. Good guessing. Mark got 10. Fucking hell. Pardon
8
my
for
language.
James and Ailey. 8 for
10.
Mark, for Tom and Katie.
Was that just guessing, Mark? 9 out of 10 for Fiona. 10 out of 10 for Mark. Kirsty, you got 3 out of 10. Just guessing again. Leanne and Terry got 5 out of 10. Mum and Dad got 7 out of 10. Okie dokie. General knowledge. 5 questions. Mark guessed 2 of them and got 10 out of 10. My life. General knowledge. Question 1. An area of Tokyo, Japan, known for its vast array of gadget shops that has earned it the nickname Electric Town. That's Akihabara.
I just put downtown.
Downtown. Maybe Akihabara means downtown.
Downtown Tokyo.
Downtown Tokyo. Yeah, that's a mega hard one also. Number 2, a light source that works by passing electrons through a semiconductor, which when recombined with electron holes in the material causes the emission of a photon. That was A. That was LED,
Oh, I put a light
or
bulb.
light emitting diode.
Just put a light bulb.
Light bulbs. We get it's kind of a light bulb, I suppose. An LED. So 3, an unfinished Russian space vehicle that was designed as the answer to the American space shuttle, launched by the massive Energia rocket. It only made a single unmanned test flight before the program was terminated due to the ending of the Cold War. That was Buran. Buran. B-U-R-A-N.
Put Sputnik.
I would have stuck that there as well. Although that had a dog in it. So it went past the test flight. So Buran, if anyone got that, amazing. Don't know if anyone did. Number 4, lead vocalist and writer for the bands Soundgarden and Audioslave, as well as the creator of 7 solo albums. That was Chris Cornell. So number 4 was Chris Cornell. Oh, Thomas has changed the answer for that. That one, that UK, the Dave channel one. So question 5, the original name of the TV station, now known as Dave. It originally mostly just aired only Fools and Horses on a giant loop. It was UK Gold Classics.
I put UK TV Gold.
Huh?
I put UK TV Gold.
It's not right.
I know, but
UK Gold Classics. Okay. What did you get out of 5 for that general knowledge round?
1 out of 5 for Katie and Tom.
1 out of 5 for Kirsty. 1 out of 5 for Fiona. 2 for Mark. What did you say? 1 out of 5 for Katie and Tom?
Mm-hmm.
1 out of 5 for Leanne. And Terry. So what were you out of 55? What's your full scores out of 55?
$29 out of 55 for Katie and Tom. And again, Tom and Katie are saying that James and Ailey cheated.
Got some
James
line-
and Ailey got 3 out of 5 in that one.
3 out of 5. Jeez. So Fiona got 34 out of 55. Mum and Dad got 29 out of 55. It's not too bad. Sort of over halfway for most people. Kirsty got 16 out of 55.
37 out of 55 for James and Ailey.
37 out of 55 for James and Ailey.
40 for Mark.
40
Yeah,
out of
that's what he's doing.
55. Yeah, but he's sitting on Google though. He's got Dione there helping him. $28 out of 55 for Leanne and Terry. 40 for Mark. Did people enjoy that one? Did you like Thomas's questions? I'm just kidding, Mark. He says I'm not on Google. I resent that. Dione's saying that she's helping him a lot. She's got most of the questions right. Mark's just writing them down.
She's the brain.
Yeah.
He's Pinky and she's the brain. It's not true.
Mark just gets to hold the pen. What do we think of that quiz then? Did Thomas do a good job? Multiple choice can be easy to guess, depending on the choices you get given and the question you're asked.
I liked it because I won.
Yeah, that was Mark saying multiple choice is easy to guess. Oh well, I guess we'll finish then. Thanks to Thomas for doing that, because it's pretty tedious writing questions for a quiz, to be honest. It's super hard to gauge, like, difficulty level as well, I find.
It's back to me next week.
Leanne says it was good, although some questions were so hard. It's only easy if you know it. I'm like Falconhoof.
Is that not Lemmy's thing?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Mark says I'm like Falconhoof. Welcome, traveller. Righty-ho. Thanks for doing the questions, Thomas. Thanks for playing, people. And I think Fiona might be doing it next week. Maybe I'll write the questions. Do a Falconhoof next week. You have to dress up as Falconhoof next week, Fiona.
I can barely fit in my normal clothes. I'm not having to dress up.
You just sort of dress as like Jon Snow. That's what Falconhoof looks like. A little bit. Like the clothes he wears. Bye. See you next. Well, you'll see one of us next week with questions from me. I'll do questions. I'll do the questions.
What's the point in me delivering them then?
Those are fun.
No.
All
I'm
right.
writing the questions.
Uh,
You can deliver your own questions.
okay. Fiona's going to do the questions. Bye.